I made a mistake again. Made a mistake indeed. And unfortunately for me, the last real save point I basically have is here in the power plant. Right before I, knock down all the stairways and everything else. So fun times ahead. Lots of fun times. So I'll note that the mistake I basically made is exactly the same as I did for the crew quarters. I didn't kill enough people. Now, I think that in this case is basically my own fault. One of the people who I was basically shooting basically got knocked over the catwalk and basically died from impact damage. This is what I think probably happened. And that basically counts as not as a kill from you, but an indirect kill from you, so to speak, I guess. Which is unfortunate. Alright, well. After I basically, killed, the chief engineer who was basically, in life support. Or I guess he was at the start of the power plant, I can't remember anymore. But, basically, after I killed that person, basically up here basically told me about the reactor, I had a score of, 25 people. In the, cargo hold, I have to have, a score of 33 at the end of it. But that 32 was basically one shy of it, so someone basically, died. Somehow, besides, my gunfire. And so, I've got to rectify that before I basically can't continue, so that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately. Anyhow, just give me a brief little video basically show off where I'm basically starting from. I'll see when I basically get to the top of the reactor here, so bear with me. So, I'll know I'm still at the bottom of the reactor here, but I basically gone and killed everything in here, so nothing's gonna bother me now because I basically killed it all. Now I'm basically starting from down here because, well, I figured out something very special. How to easily get up to the top of here with very limited trial and error, so to speak. So I'll note there's basically these blue pipes here, and you can make use of these basically to climb up very fast. So give yourself some footholds, so to speak. Well, maybe not that high, but you get the idea. So basically get up here. Well, get up there and stay up there, rather, is the thing. Now, I'll note this point basically up here. You're actually high enough that, it won't take you much, basically, to, just climb up. To basically the second, thing here. Now, it's worth knowing that basically a lot of stairs are broken, but not all the stairs. So if I go over here... Well, here's, the blue pipes going for in this direction. Yeah, if I basically come over here... I can use the glue gun basically to, get up to these stairs up here, which basically, take me all the way up to the top. So, there's a very easy way of basically getting up here without having to go up the grav shaft. If you want to basically do it yourself, because it's basically so much easier to basically do it this way. Now I guys come up over here.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
And get whatever repairs I basically need myself.
Hello. Nice to see you. Diagnosing. Superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit could handle. This won't take long. There. All better. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
Warning. Dangerous level of explosive gas detected. Please evacuate and avoid all open flames or sparks until repairs can be made.
Now, I can go out that way basically to escape here, but it's worth knowing that basically I have access to, like, you know, the
System
airlocks.
alert. Repairs needed. Hello. Please are you here for an appointment? Engineer.
And these airlocks can basically take me outside to, like, you know, avoid a lot of, like, the issues I basically had before. Now, it's not without, like, you know, some danger here, because basically there's going to be a telepath out here, but, you know, here's a very quick way of basically getting out to, like, you know, the cargo hold, without, like, you know, having to, like, you know, go through, like, life support, so to speak.
Microgravity detected.
Again, not without some risk, but whatever. Alright, now, to give you a sort of glimpse of where we basically are right now. Up around here, we'll basically find a telepath. It's so hard to see, but there is right there. That telepath is basically the one that was basically looking at us when we were, like, you know, inside the power plant. So let's avoid him. I know I could fight him, but, you know, it's really not worth it to fight a telepath, so let's just get to the cargo hold, so to speak. Yeah, no, there's like a Technopath right there, so I have to be careful, but whatever. This is why, you know, I consider to be a lot safer than, like, you know, what I was doing, like, you know, going through the damn thing. So this is like the quick and painless way of, like, you know, avoiding, like, you know, a lot of the trouble I had before. Now, where's this going to take me to?
Morgan, This is Dr. Igwe. I've made it to your office. I'll remain here until...
Dr. Igwe.
My word. What are you? And why are you speaking in Morgan's voice?
I am January, Morgan Yu's personal operator.
Well, January. Sorry. Your arrival was a bit of a shock. Quite a day today, you know.
If you're referring to the Typhon infestation of Talos 1, Dr. Igwe, you are correct. You are one of the few survivors.
Yes. Wait. Is that fabricator functioning? I might be able to make use of it. With your permission, January.
You have authorization to work at the station, Dr. Igwe, and manufacture anything that will assist Morgan in containing the Typhon.
I'll remain here in your office until you return, Morgan. I may be able to be of use.
So nope, basically, if you know where you're basically going, you can basically find out where you're going, so... Here's the way to Psychotronics. There's the Arboretum. Just gonna drag this back a little bit. Oh, that science software is broken now, but whatever. Here's the hardware labs right here. See, I'll know basically know, like, you know, where you're going to be going. Basically, the whole, like, you know, station will be, like, you know, to your access, so to speak. Now, I'm just going to check this hull breach down here, because I think this is the way we have to go. I may have to go through a Technopath, basically, but, you know, whatever. Stuff spawn is going to suck, but whatever, I'm just going to deal with it. Now note that the turret isn't too hard to deal with, but the Technopath will be a little more difficult to deal with, so...
Typhon contaminant found. Initializing. 1. Hemorrhage detected. 2. Medical attention.
There we go, we killed this Technopath. I know it's not fun basically to fight, like, you know, Technopaths and Telepaths at this point in the game, but, you know, if you have to, then you have to. Alright, so there we go, there's the cargo bay. That's probably still a lot easier than, like, going through, like, you know, life support, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so I'm hemorrhaging a little bit of blood here, which is not great, but you know. I have a medical doctor I can make use of, right? So. It's not entirely horrible. And I plan on running out of juice for his, like, you know, stun gun, but whatever, that's fine. You know, let's just see if we're gonna like, open free to with, like, you know, the controls over here, so let's just check that out for right now. There's those guys. That's done.
With the lifts running, I might be able to get to crew quarters.
Nice to
See if Nicole made it.
Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. There. All better. You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk.
And alright, there we go. Now we're back
With the
in,
lifts
like, you know,
operational, we can start taking back the station.
we're back here, basically. You know, I don't know why it's basically saying error here, but, you know, whatever. I'll know this point I'm just gonna throw both these glue guns in here just to recycle them and get out of the way. And so we'll go back on our killing spree. Alright, now. Here's a neat thing about, like, you know, stun guns. You can use them to basically, like, you know, stun these guys.
I thought we were dead for sure.
And if no one basically sees you do it... Well, now, like, Alpha Rose is in here as well, but, you know. If they don't see
Well,
you
that's
do
some
it...
fine shooting, if I do say so myself.
You can basically, like, you know... Stuff out, like, you know, issues, so to speak.
Wasn't sure how that would play out, but I like how it did.
Notice that this guy's not, like, you know...
I thought we were dead for sure.
He's not hostile to me or anything. Well, now they're dead. So this is a really safe way of basically killing these guys, because if they don't actually, like, you know, see you, like, you know, stun them, they won't go hostile to you. This makes it a little bit easier to handle these guys, so...
Go to hell! Gone! Ah! You can't hide forever!
There's Sarah.
Come on out!
See, I know basically last time I think what happens is that these guys basically died to environmental damage, like they probably fell off something. And if they basically, like, you know, falter or death basically counts as
detected.
getting killed.
These shitty pistols may not work against.
Hello, are you here for an
Alright, so.
appointment?
I'm still missing a couple humans, but whatever. Let's just find him and kill him.
Maddox, did you lock down that door? It's locked down. Sealed tight. Send me the code, then forget you ever knew it. Can't have anyone doing what Teague did. Enough lives have been lost today. You got it, Chief. Sending it now. Good. Stay alert, Maddox.
You know, in hindsight, it seems like these guys are like, you know, moving outside like where they're supposed to be, so I'm gonna mark them all. So there's basically 2 of the guys basically have to kill. There's basically a total of 8 guys have to kill here. Just gonna mark them all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. There's 8. See, I know basically, like, you know, there's a total of 8 guys here they have to kill. And there we go. 1 kill. It's gonna take me a little bit to basically find them all, but well, that's fine. At least this way I've got them all tracked. You know, I think basically if, like, you know, you don't kill these guys, that's basically what makes, like, this, like, you know, unavailable. So now let's get ourselves some destructor batteries. That means I can finish my job. By the way, one of them has a key card to this here, so once you take that out, that guy out back basically has the card. You basically use it to get out in.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Maddox, did you lock down that door? It's locked down. Sealed tight. Send me the code, then forget you ever knew it. Can't have anyone doing what Teague did. Enough lives have been lost today. You got it, Chief. Sending it now. Good. Stay alert, Maddox.
Won't be long now. I should have all the kills I basically needed right here. Yeah, that should be it. So everyone should be dead now. Or about to be. Once I kill this guy, I should have my free. There we go. That's what I basically need to, like, get at the end of, like, last episode. And now I have it. Now I'll probably still go for the guts, by the way, just to sort of, like, clear it out. We'll slowly basically throw everything in here. Like the last of the guns basically here, and then, like,
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
be good to go. There we go. Now, interestingly enough, I should actually have a special status here called Psychopathic. I don't see it just yet, so maybe not yet. At some point, you're gonna be like, known as like a psychopath, because basically you have like, so many like, human kills.
Attitude adjustment required.
By the way, I'm coming here because there's still a secret crate to basically check out, so... Here's what was in the secret stash. There's a whistleblower. Quentin Pelvis. So basically, like, it's like, all like the volunteer IDs match their real names and rules of all persons involved. Basically about the legal experiments that are going on here. This guy's gonna like take it out, but didn't quite get out, unfortunately. For him, at least. I guess unfortunately for Whisperer, he didn't actually get out in time, but oh well. Alright, well. You know what happens next? Basically, I go through and, like, clear out the guts. The telepath and the technopath in there as well. Apparently I missed that when I came here, first time, so I'll pick up now. Alright, well, I'll basically just, kick the recording here again. And I'll probably, like, add, like, a little bit of something else just to, like, flesh out the video a bit more. But, we basically saw, like, the gist of what we basically want to show you guys. Basically, like, going back here to the card hold and dealing with like, the problem. But whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed thus far. I'll see you in the next little bit. Alright, so I will note at this point that I basically played up to where I basically like, left you guys off in, like, the last episode. And I'm basically at that point where, like, I could continue on with, like, the extra kill that I basically wanted to have, but didn't at the end of the last episode, so hooray for that. Anyhow, I still have, like, maybe about, like, 10 or 15 minutes basically want to, use basically to, like, show you off stuff, so I was thinking, like, maybe I'll go back to Neuromod Division, and I'll basically show off an achievement you can basically get there, as well as some other ones you basically can get. See, that'll be fun. So yeah, I'm basically back in the Arboretum here. And over here is the lobby. Let's head over here to the lobby and we'll basically do our things. Now, I'll note that the test I'm basically going to do, or the achievement basically I'm going to do, is basically the test. If you basically recall from, like, you know, the files basically is like, you know, there's basically files that basically, like, you know, was talking about, like, you know, Morgan's test and, like, you know, what it basically did. And if you basically recall from, like, the Neuromod division, there's, like, those tests we did at the very start of the game. What we're basically going to be doing is we're going to go back to basically complete those tests. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a nightmare in here, but whatever. I'm not going to go through life support with, like, you know, this, like, playthrough, so there's a good chance the nightmares basically spawned here. I don't see him. So that's something to say. Well, let's go up here. Alright, so there's actually a few, like, you know, achievements I can basically get right now to basically get them out of the way. So I'll probably show off, like, you know, another one as well, I think. There's a phantom above me, by the way, so... or should be. Gonna carefully get over here. Get these guys out of the way. I actually don't have to go in there, so we can leave those guys alone in there, I think.
Something's broken. Dog.
Alright, so here we are. The tests. The TranStar Test Facility. Location test rooms A to D. Test participant Morgan Yu. Waiting from hold and release. Alright, so I think the test's been reset already, so we're just going to do a quick save right here. So what I basically need to basically, like, you know, do these tests, I need to have, like, you know, skills basically, like, you know, as basically state from, like, you know, the thing there. So I'm going to get Connect Blast. And down I go, of course.
They're very.
Would a sedative work?
No. Nothing that interferes with memory formation.
Does Mick matter? There's remote manipulation.
How does it feel? Do you remember? The first time you said it was like you were outside yourself, like time itself had bent its knee, waiting for you to decide. You moved my chair without touching it. It gave me chills. The possibilities. You became something new that day. Something higher. I knew then, as I believe now, that our mission is to lift up all humanity in the same way.
Blah, blah, blah.
Morgan, that massive typhon appeared shortly after you installed alien neuromods. You are being hunted. I warned you.
Alright, so basically the idea of like these tests is that we have to go in them and like, you know, basically do them in like the order basically specified. So here's Connect Blast. So that's what we're basically supposed to do. We're supposed to like kick over the boxes, right? And like the most natural way basically to do it is to like, you know, Connect Blast basically do it, I guess. Now before we like couldn't hide in this one, but here. I'm a chair. And then finally, so there's makeup exam. That's basically an achievement where like, you know, you basically repeat what you basically did to like, you know, do these like, you know, these tests here. It's actually a secret achievement, so unless you like, you know about it, you know, like, you know, or like, you know, you basically just come back and do it yourself. It's actually probably one of the hard ones to find, but whatever. Alright, now that we're basically here, basically doing our achievements and stuff like that, I figured another good achievement basically to show off would be like, you know, this one. So here's Phantom Shift. Phantom Shift 2. This basically leaves behind a Phantom for myself, so...
Research complete.
There's Morgan Yu. Strength, devastating beauty. Weakness, toxic family. Immunity, I wish. Resistance, good advice. I like how it actually leaves like an actual picture of like your character, but you know, in, like, you know, a phantom form. Morgan Stout, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Alright, well, there's that one basically done out of the way, so hooray for that. Now, there is one more achievement I can basically get right now if I basically want to. But I think I'm going to leave it just for now. And we'll basically, like, get along with, like, another achievement that I'll basically get later on. So, that'll be fine, I think. But I'm waiting for a nightmare to go away because I want to see if a basic achievement pops up or not. Or, like, something pops up. And it did not, so.
Morgan, I found
Oh,
a
there we go.
satellite project dealing with remote psychotronic signaling, RPSS-X5. I think it could spoof a neural signature that matches yours. Plain English, you could use it to get that new Typhon off your back. Latest tech logs show the satellite was damaged, though. You'd have to find a replacement part.
Alright, so. There's mixed signals, by the way. It's actually, an injection basically, like, waiting for it to basically pop up. I'm not really sure if it pops up with, like, a lack of, like, neuromod juice, so. Hey, Mimic. Basically, I think what's going to happen here. I'm basically going to go have to find an airlock again. And from that airlock, I'm basically going to have to go and go outside basically to satellite, plug it in, and like I can summon a nightmare and like do this stuff like that. Basically, this is stuff I was like hoping I could like show off like naturally, but it seems to be like it never like popped up the nightmare like with that thing after it. So what we will do mixed signals now, so we can show it off, is get the achievement for it, get it out of the way as well. Now then, the fastest way out of here to an airlock. That might be the hardware labs, but I think I'm going to go to the Arboretum, because I basically like have a good lay of the land for it. So let's go Arboretum. I could also go down to life support, but that means I have to go through all those damn things again, which is not fun the first time, so. Well, maybe it might be fast going to life support. Maybe I'll get up to the cargo hold that way, but whatever. There's still quite a few guys to fight. But there's an airlock in the Arboretum here, so. This is where I'm going to go. Get this done. Because I actually have access to like the psychic water, I can actually show off that as well, by the way. So because I have psychic water and I use like powers here, I can actually use like the water now to like heal myself, like psychic powers. So I'll show that off, I guess. There's water fountains, I think, here in like the Arboretum, so. But turrets are hostile to me now because, like, there's hostile to me. Yeah, there's, like, healing up the, like, the psychic potential I basically have. I remember going up this way, so. Alright, well, we'll go this way then. Alright, those are dead. There's actually really no point to like picking up those guys' guts, guts, so... Let's just get down here. Here's the airlock. Isn't it fun just traveling around the station? In my mind, I think it might have been better if they had made this game have fewer enemies in some ways. But whatever.
Microgravity detected.
There's something odd just wrote. There's a note. Oh wow, I can actually, exotic material those guys. Cool. Alright, so what I'm looking for right now is the satellite. There's the exterior satellite right there. Now, I passed this by already, but, we're just going to go to it again. I'll basically place the... thing on it. By the way, another thing I basically need to place on is right here. The satellite psychonics transistor. Did that do it? It did.
Nice work. This should get the attention of that Typhon nightmare that's hunting you. I'm sending you 2 activation signals. The first will direct the Typhon away from you. The second will bring it down on you. Use your transcribe messaging system to fire them off.
Alright, so... I've got to figure out how to damn well get back into the ship now. That's the only problem being out here in space, but whatever. Here's the crew quarters over here, I guess. There's something up here. Ah, here's the Arboretum again. It's great, so I found out where I came from. So basically, once you have like this ability here, like mixed signals, you can use it basically to summon a nightmare and make him go away. And I was hoping to show it off naturally because that'd be like an excellent way basically not dealing with the nightmare when we don't want to, say in life support, but it never popped up that he basically wanted to or Jammer wanted me to give that ability. So we'll just have to do it this way, just get free neuromods installed from the alien tech and just go from there. Alright, so we'll get our audio signals here. There we go, we brought the nightmare down on me. So that's basically what I wanted to do, like use or repel it basically a few times, like, you know, get rid of it, but oh well. There's basically me showing it off at least this way, so that's like something you basically do if you don't like the nightmare that much, so hooray. Alright, this will be it for this episode. Hopefully there's gonna be enough, like, you know, content for you guys basically to enjoy. Got a few achievements basically, like, you know, show off. They're actually kind of, you know, interesting, I guess, to show off. Other than that, there will be like one more session where I basically show off achievements, but that'll be a lot later. For now, take care.